I bit one croc in half, tail whipped the other, and the last one, well, I drowned that croc in my own blood.
Whoa. Dang! Oh.
We just got back from The Good Dinosaur. This is Pixar's second movie of the year.
Amazing.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
This has never happened before, where two Pixar movies have been released in the same year.
And the reason is The Good Dinosaur has been in lots of turmoil in development. It's taken a long time to get this movie done. A lot of people were laid off halfway through the process. And so the movie feels, I think, a little different than a lot of Pixar movies. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I did feel like the weight of trying to figure out what this movie was about kind of brought it down a little. It doesn't hit emotionally, I think, and I was surprised by that, like Inside Out did this year.
That's true, because you have this movie that starts out seemingly pretty slow, and you kind of keep waiting for it to get some traction, to move a little bit, and it doesn't really do that. You spend a lot of time with this dinosaur family on their farm, and then some things happen, of course. Then the youngest dinosaur kind of goes off on his own and meets a little Spot, so you meet a little human boy that you see, and that's all that we saw in the previews was the dinosaur and the little boy, so I was expecting that, I think, a little more in the beginning. It took a while to get there.
Totally, and that connection, that relationship is what supercharges the movie.
Family. Huh? You don't understand. That's okay.
There are some definite heartfelt moments between the two, and you kind of wait as a viewer for the kid to show up because he feels like the lifeblood of the film, you know, and it does take too long. And I think there's an endemic issue with the fact that they've used dinosaurs as kind of the people of the film to do human things when their bodies just don't make sense evolutionary-wise to do the things that they're doing. They're not farmers, they don't mow down trees. I mean, obviously this is a cartoon and they have some license there, but it just looked weird on screen. I don't know if you felt the same.
Just because I wasn't expecting it. I was not expecting to jump into a movie and find a dinosaur farm, but we're not farming dinosaurs like we do in a video game. No, like the dinosaurs are the farmers. And they're plowing seeds and they're tilling fields. I know some things from Farm Simulator, everybody. I guess I'm not really sure why that choice was made in the beginning of the movie, but after a while you start to fall in love with it. I guess you're kind of eased into it, kind of like a jacuzzi or a hot tub. Like you're eased into it a little bit with the movie. Like you kind of just get comfortable with it. And I got so comfortable that I thought, you know what? This Pixar movie is not going to make me cry. I am not going to cry. Guess what? Still cried. Still had those moments. I shed exactly 2 tears in this movie because yes, it still gets to you. Like it still tugs at you.
Well, ain't you just the cutest thing? He likes you.
You don't expect it to happen, but then as it's happening, you're like, oh no, it's happening.
Well,
it's happening now.
It's the design, you know. It's the characters look very, very cute, and when they are connecting on screen, you kind of feel for them for sure. But you know, there are missed opportunities in this movie too, though. They have this pterodactyl kind of gang that comes in and has to create the jeopardy and has to create the sense of fear in these characters. And it was okay, you know, but we've seen a lot better sort of animal opponents on screen
You just
before.
start comparing it to like Lion King or things like that, and it's not that. It won't be that. It can't be that. But this movie does hold its own.
What are you going to give The Good Dinosaur?
It was okay. It's going to get a 7.
Gets a 7 from me too. EP's movie coverage is brought to you by Nintendo, makers of Splatoon for the Wii U.